So in order to race bikes, you need to train on bikes. In order to train on bikes, you have to figure out how to get around and stay alive on your bike with traffic. So, where are you going? One skill that I would like to show people is how to get through a roundabout safely on a bicycle. And I see a lot of people struggle with that, and it's really not that difficult. All right, I'm going to cruise across probably one of the busiest roundabouts that's around my house. This is going out of our downtown area and more into suburbia, I guess, for lack of a better term. So my advice on the roundabout stuff is to take the whole lane. Now, a lot of these takes, I wasn't lucky enough to get a car right behind me, but I think you'll get the hang of it by the time we're done here. So right now I'm in the middle of the lane. I'm acting exactly like I would in a car. When the coast is clear, I head on out, try to be visible. My speed going into the roundabout was about 20 miles an hour, and that helps a little bit too, just to have appropriate speed. Let's take a look at another one. All right, this one we're heading the opposite direction. We're heading back into the downtown area. This approach has no bike lane, and we're supposed to be going 15 miles an hour into the roundabout. That doesn't always happen, myself included when I drive a car. True. So this one again, I'm taking the lane. You see the car behind me just moved over a lane. That's just smart. Why not? They're going to go straight. I'm going to go straight or turn right. There's nobody in that lane. May as well move over. I appreciate that little silver car. Thanks for looking out. You're a good looking person. People really like you. I can already tell that. All right, this one we're cruising into another roundabout that's just a few hundred meters away from the roundabout that we've been on. We're going to go into this little one and then head into the bigger one we've been practicing on. So again, I'm in the middle of the lane. I take the whole roundabout there. Now this one is a little tricky because it heads into this short stretch of bike lane, which I don't like. But interestingly, the city wants you to take the sidewalk here. You see those little dots? That's directing you to get back on the sidewalk and navigate your way through the roundabout. I think that is a terrible idea. I think you should stay in the flow of traffic so people don't know that you're going in and out of traffic. You're just traffic. You're taking up the whole lane at this stage because they're not supposed to be going fast anyway, so you're not impeding anyone. So here, I'm taking it easy. I'm yielding to a car coming the opposite direction. That truck is interesting. So he didn't have an opportunity to pass me because I was in the way, and you can see he kind of guns it around there, so maybe he was frustrated that he had to wait for a second. I don't care. He didn't pass me. No worries. All right, this one is another redo of the one we did earlier. Small roundabout to big roundabout. There's some traffic behind me. There's 3 cars. I'm going to let them go. They're going 27 miles an hour. I'm going 21 miles an hour according to that sign. And I'm just going to slip in behind this car. No problem. The car behind me is giving me plenty of room because they're not quite sure what to do, which is great. So I'm yielding if there's a reason to yield. And I go through at the appropriate speed, following the car in front of me, still in the lane. Gradually, I move my way over to the bike lane. Again, I don't like this little tiny bike lane, but so be it. Then here we're going to see a minivan coming up, a brown minivan that's totally going to botch this roundabout from a driver perspective. So approaching 23 miles an hour, now watch that minivan. He's going from the outside lane, and he's going to turn left, which is totally wrong. So that is weird. No one knows what that guy is doing. He's making up his own laws. That is dangerous stuff. If I would have been on the inside lane, which I could have been, that would have been pretty bad. Now here is a cyclist. She decides to take the sidewalk. Now let's watch her, and we get a chance to talk to her too in terms of her thought process. So we'll flip to the back camera. There she is. She's going to cross. She's going to go the same direction of travel that I am, and we're going to get a chance to talk to her now and just see what the rationale was.
I do it because of the lanes, because there's certain roads, like if you go down by the river, there's in the middle of the lane and signs that say, it has like little decal, and it says bicycles get the whole lane. So
they don't put them here, right?
Right. So
that's why you go on the sidewalk.
Right.
That's fascinating to me because I was riding with somebody else earlier, and I'm like, I think the city would be wise to put those up because it makes it much more clear to everybody. Like, no one knows what those little dots mean.
No, exactly.
And it's, I said in my video earlier, it's just way more dangerous to go in and out of traffic versus just being traffic.
Exactly.
Right. So.
I would agree 100% with that, but because once I started seeing those decals and the signs, I thought, okay, that must be the reasoning behind it. So now I go up and over around these.
That was a fascinating conversation. I'm not sure if she was taking the sidewalk because she thought legally it was better for her, or safety-wise she thought it was better for her. As it sounds like she agrees with me that taking the whole lane is much safer. So I don't know if that's a legal consideration or a safety consideration. Either way, I don't really care about the legal consideration. I want to keep myself alive. I'm taking that lane, baby.
Discussion. So, what have we learned? Well, I still say it's better to take the whole lane, even if you're not, you know, all kitted up or whatever else. You're just out on a casual ride. Take the lane. I feel like it's better to be traffic than try to become traffic, going in and out of the sidewalks. It just sounds like a recipe for disaster.
How do I turn the camera off?